Alright, let's dive into this wild story that's been making the rounds, a British Airways flight attendant stepping up in a way that's got everyone talking. But before we get into the details, let me just say this, personally, I think this is about so much more than just a drunk passenger on a plane. It's about the incredible composure of the crew, the unpredictability of human behavior, and the broader issue of safety in the skies. So, here's how it went down. Imagine you're on a packed flight from Heathrow to Las Vegas, around 300 people, all hyped for their trip. Suddenly, chaos erupts. A passenger, allegedly drunk, starts causing a scene. Now, what makes this really interesting is the way the flight attendant handled it. She didn't just try to calm him down, she took control of the situation with a level of professionalism that's honestly rare to see. In the footage, you hear her firmly but calmly warning him, "I will be restraining you, sir, if you do not sit down." What this really suggests is that flight attendants are often the unsung heroes of the sky, dealing with situations that most of us couldn't handle. One thing that immediately stands out is how quickly things escalated. The plane was literally seconds away from takeoff when the confrontation forced it to abort. If you take a step back and think about it, that's a huge deal. Not only is it a major inconvenience for everyone on board, but it also raises a deeper question about how airlines handle disruptive passengers. In my opinion, this incident highlights the need for better training and support for crew members who are often on the front lines of these situations. Now, let's talk about the passenger, Emmet Moynihan. He's been charged with being drunk on an aircraft and disobeying the captain's orders. What many people don't realize is that these charges are no joke. Being drunk on a plane isn't just about disturbing the peace, it's a serious safety risk. From my perspective, this incident is a reminder that personal responsibility doesn't stop when you board a flight. You're not just risking your own trip, you're putting hundreds of other lives in jeopardy. A detail I find fascinating is the reaction from other passengers, particularly Boo, whose tour manager recorded the incident. Boo praised the flight attendant, saying she was doing the most out of everyone, and even called for her to get a pay rise. Personally, I think that's a fantastic sentiment. Flight attendants are often underappreciated, and moments like this show just how critical their role is. It's not just about serving drinks and pointing out the emergency exits, it's about keeping everyone safe in high-stress situations. This raises a broader question: how often do these incidents happen, and what can be done to prevent them? Disruptive behavior on flights isn't new, but it feels like it's becoming more frequent. In my opinion, airlines need to take a harder stance on this. Maybe it's stricter penalties, better screening before boarding, or even more resources for crew members to handle these situations. What this really suggests is that the industry needs to adapt to the changing dynamics of air travel. As we wrap this up, I'm left with a few thoughts. First, huge respect to that flight attendant. She handled a nightmare situation with grace and authority. Second, this incident is a wake-up call for all of us. Whether you're a passenger or a crew member, safety in the skies is a shared responsibility. And finally, it makes me wonder, what would I do in that situation? Honestly, I'm not sure. But one thing's for certain, I'd hope to have someone as capable as that flight attendant by my side. So, what do you think? How would you handle a disruptive passenger? Let me know in the comments below.